You said you look soft.
Yeah, I was talking about the picture, my video. It seemed like it had a filter on it.
Baddie season.
No, working. I guess my lighting is just perfect.
I
Hey, you what?
I just saw a couple things, but this one just came to my mind because I sent it to Mo. I saw this dude. I forgot his name. I'll have to send it to you on Instagram. But this dude, you know how the WNBA is becoming big now?
Yeah.
So he made a basketball husbands charity. He did 12 episodes on Instagram. It's just like 30 seconds long. Bro, when I tell you, when I saw the first one, I was in tears. Now, not all of them wasn't like, I don't know. I think he kind of rushed them. He probably took his time and did them. But it's a great concept. I'm glad he did it that way, just to put them out and just do them and not think about it too hard. But yeah, hold on. I'm about to pull it right now, actually.
All right.
Bro, this dude name is RJ.
What did he say? He said that Angel not with you because she really want to be with you, because she feel bad for you. It really hurts that somebody this close to me would even.
But yeah, well, you can watch it, and then bro, he got the like when you get flown out by the WNBA players, and he playing that Material Girl.
Yeah.
He walking off the plane. He was like me after Angel Reese fly me out to the game or something like that. Dude is wild, man. It's a hilarious concept. It's a hilarious concept. But yeah.
All right,
but random fact that I also saw today. You ever heard of a pistol shrimp?
Pistol shrimp?
Yeah, it's a pistol shrimp.
Yeah, the shrimp that has the well, that might the knocker claw.
Yeah, they're both kind of the same.
Yeah,
but I think like I don't know what the major difference is.
The pistol shrimp. Wait, it is the same, because whatever it is,
they're pretty much the same. They're a little different, I guess, but I don't really know the difference. I didn't really research it, but apparently they're very similar. The mantis shrimp has like a punch.
Okay.
And then the pistol shrimp creates like a bubble.
And it spits.
Yeah, well, it doesn't spit. It's just like its claw like closes really fast, and it creates this bubble, and the bubble shoots out like a bullet.
Okay, like a bullet.
And they said it's like basically it emits the same amount of heat as the surface of the sun.
That's what I remember, the heat part.
Yeah,
the heat part. Yeah.
I don't know let me just look that up. What's the difference between? Because I think the mantis shrimp actually punches or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah, mantis shrimp and pistol shrimp.
Yeah, because it like knocks. Yeah, it punches.
Yeah, this is Reddit. Both are scaled up to 2. Mantis shrimp has better vision.
Speaking of animals, I got a question for you after we speak about these shrimps.
For sure. Mantis shrimp strike by rapidly folding and swinging their claws at the prey, and are capable of inflicting serious damage on victims, significantly greater in size than themselves. So I think they're like actually punching, or their equivalent of punching, and then the pistol shrimp is like shooting that bubble.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah.
Pistol shrimp is smaller and has a single superpowered claw. They will also cohabit with some gut. Mantis shrimp are the unholy offspring of demon shrimp that wreak havoc on their enemies with either their spears or clubs and eyes. Oh, wow. Okay, nobody will just give me a straightforward answer, but they're showing it like they kind of got like a club on their hand rather than like a claw. So,
right.
Pistol shrimp aren't destructive like mantis are at all. If they are well fed, they probably will coexist with anything and there are no problem. So mantis shrimp sound like they just be punching.
Punch anything without.
Yeah, because everybody keeps saying like mantis shrimp are like just brutal.
Hit first, ask question later.
Yeah, I don't even know if they ask questions. I think they just hit.
Oh man.
Yeah,
crack your dome.
Yeah, they like them mugs. Yeah, okay, yep. They got special calcified clubs, so it's not even a claw. It's like it's almost like I guess it's almost like a club that shoots out and hits you. Yeah, that's crazy though. I just saw that today. I had heard about a mantis shrimp before, but I had never really thought nothing of it until today. They were talking. I saw a post about it, but
Oh, okay. So you just saw a post on it. That's
Mhm.
what
Yeah.
brought it up.
yeah, that's what sparked it. Yeah,
Have you heard of a Bulbasaurus Rex or just a Bulbasaurus?
Bulbasaur.
What, the Pokemon?
Yeah,
But you haven't heard of the real thing?
no, what's that?
It's a Bulbasaurus. It's a dinosaur basically. Here, I'm gonna show you.
Is it extinct?
Yeah, it's extinct.
You said that like it's a dumb question. Alligators and crocodiles still exist.
Well,
Also, cockroaches.
cockroaches.
Yes.
Yeah, that's true. They have been around for a while, huh?
That's why I asked that question. So
Yeah, I mean, but when one says dinosaur, other than crocodile, I mean, what else you thinking?
like I said, crocodiles and cockroaches.
Okay.
It is something else. That's just where my brain in that category is limited.
Okay. You see it?
Yeah, I see that. What?
Right.
That is not like Bulbasaur.
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 Now the story behind
Bulbasaur.
Bulbasaur's name is interesting. The same is also true of the animal itself. Its
Mhm.
fossils were found in the Karoo supergroup.
So basically, it's just saying that
The
Bulbasaur
assembled
was
zone
named
they were
after
found
this,
in, the Tropidus
or
assembled zone,
based
was
after
formed
this
during the Wachuu
dinosaur.
Permian stage of the late
I don't
Permian,
think the
which
name
about
was actually
259 to 250.
the name was actually created.
Can it turn into a Venus?
Can it turn into a Venusaur? That's a good question.
That's not a good question. So you thought that was a good question, but me asking if they were still if it was extinct or not was dumb.
Yeah,
But-
pretty much.
But
After I said dinosaur, but who knows? Like caterpillars transform into butterflies, Caterpie, Butterfree. If you want to go there,
all right. I'm not gonna go there because you went hunting these things in a cemetery. So me asking my question, I don't even feel bad about asking my question now because I remember that. Yeah, you went searching for Pokemon in the cemetery, so I don't care.
Can't say too much. My dedication might be up there, but that's all good.
Hey, it's a VR or I guess an AR.
AR for sure.
Yeah, and you were dedicated to AR.
No, I turned the AR feature off, but
How did you?
huh?
Mm-mm.
It just instead of seeing like through the camera and the Pokemon pop up through the camera, you see the back or whatever you're looking at in real time.
Yeah,
It was just a virtual Pokemon screen, just animated. Yeah,
that's whack.
I mean, it took less, resources from the phone.
Are you still playing that?
I haven't played in a minute. It's been
how many minutes?
Pricing's around Thanksgiving, time. So maybe November-ish.
November in like video game time, or
what's November in video game time?
It could, if you simulate it, it can be
November. November real time.
Yeah, okay. RT, okay.
Yeah, RT.
Okay.
MST.
I don't know what that means.
Mountain Standard.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Hey,
before we get into that, I'm gonna go ahead and do the intro. Hold on, man. I gotta get my energy up, bro. I'm tired.
All right.
Denver lost.
I know. I was looking forward to possibly going to finals game and championship parade and all that.
Well, I'm sorry for you, but I'm happy that Denver lost.
Yeah, it's no big deal to me. But why? Why are you happy?
Because Mike Malone. I don't like Mike Malone, man.
Oh, okay.
Because and the only reason why I ain't gonna say I don't like him. I don't know the guy as a person, but he's kind of annoying as a coach because when they beat the Lakers last year, when they won the championship, they focused so much in on like Mike Malone was like, yeah, I'm the Lakers daddy. and he was talking all this stuff, but then now he loses game 7, and I don't know if you saw it, but the reporter asked him the question, and about he was like, hey, game 7, you're at home, you were up by 20, you guys lost the lead, ultimately lose the game. He's like, what is that feeling like? What is that? Basically just ask him a question like,
yeah.
He was like, we lost, the season's over. It's a stupid question. And then it was just kind of like, nah, bro, like, why is that a stupid question? You was talking all that stuff last year about how you the Lakers daddy and you own LeBron and all that, and you lose, and now all of a sudden you mad at the question. Like you telling the dude he asked a stupid question. Like, bro, that's what we want. I was wondering the same thing. What does it feel like to be game 7 at home and you lose a 20-point lead and lose the game? Like, yeah, like it ain't never been done. That was the first time or at least in a long time. That's in the last 20 years or so. That was the biggest lead blown in a game 7.
Yeah.
It was like, I mean, that's kind of historic. We kind of want to know what happened there.
And give it to you on the night of. Yes,
but that's what I'm saying.
I know.
That's what I'm saying. They out there getting drunk and celebrating the championship, and he talking about how he the Lakers daddy. Bro, you didn't even acknowledge the fact that y'all played in the Eastern Conference. Like, you was just talking about the Lakers.
The Lakers.
Yeah, you didn't even, you know what I'm saying? Like, and he focused so much on like beating the Lakers. It's like, bro, everybody else got better too. So that's my whole thing. I'm like, bro, I don't like that, man. It's like, you gonna win, you got to win and lose with grace. You know what I mean? Because
I get you.
I coached my high school team I had, and I had an AAU team, and then my actual high school team. And the high school team I had, we was getting beat every single night by 30 and more.
I remember I remember that period.
Very frustrating, but you know what? I stood up. I still stood up. I coached. I didn't sit down. I didn't pout. I just took it on the chin because I was like, one day we're gonna get good and we're gonna start smacking people. And that day never came. But I didn't get mad about it. Like when people were, because they were like, oh man, you ain't mad about people like just running a squirrel. Like, nah, because I do the same thing. So when I had my AAU team, when we be up, we keep playing. Like, I don't, because I'm a firm believer, because I've been, as a player, I've been on both sides of it where we've been down big, came back and won. And I remember a game in particular that I still remember to this day that we played just summer ball. We was playing some bum team. We up by 20, and at halftime we was like, man, let's take the gas off because they trash. Like, they come back and beat us. And then I remember the referees was talking about us like, oh man, how y'all let that happen? I remember that hurt me to my core. I was like a freshman. I was a freshman in high school, just some summer ball.
But you will never forget it though.
I never forgot it. And then from that day on, I was like, I don't care if I'm up by 50. I will never let up, because it's the game. So like, some people like, oh, that's bad sportsmanship. To me, I don't care, bro. Your job what I learned that day was, your job as a coach in an opposing team is to stop us from scoring. Right. So I told myself, as a coach and as a player, I will never tell my teammates, I will never tell my players to stop playing basketball just because the other team is not good enough to defend you. Like, because there's nowhere. Yeah, it's not our job to
expose. Do that. Yeah, to not expose.
And I told my players the same way. Like, when we was losing, when we getting thumped, we getting beat by 30. I said, hey, y'all can pout and cry about getting beat. I don't like it either, but it's not their job to accommodate us. Like, at some point, you got to get mad or something enough to where, like, you're not going to let somebody keep punching in your mouth. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a learning lesson, because in life, there's nowhere in life where, because you're not capable as an adult, nowhere in life as an adult where people are like, oh, he's not capable, I'm going to stop being good at what I do because the person next to me is incapable, or they feel inferior. I ain't gonna say incapable, they feel inferior. Right. It doesn't happen. You know what I'm saying? So you either get better or you get left behind. So like I said, I don't, it is annoying and it is frustrating, but I don't respect.
That's
You know what I'm saying? You all big and mighty when you winning, but then you lose, and then now all of a sudden you want to kind of cry about it. It's like, nah, bro,
and cut the conversation short.
Yeah, nah, bro, sit up there and sit in that.
I like that as a life lesson.
Yeah.
It hurts. Yeah, you'll have to either figure it out, keep up, or that's pretty much the only two options, really.
Because the simple answer he could have gave was something to the effect of, when they asked that question, like, you know what, Yeah, like he could have just said, "Yeah, it hurt,
Mhm.
and then just left it at that. Because at that point, now you're at least answering the question, but you don't have to go into detail because you're still trying to deal with it. So you don't have to go into
Process it.
detail.
Yeah,
So I'm like, hey,
exactly.
I'm hurting. That hurt. Next question.
Yep. Yep.
And just keep it short, because that's what I mean. I seen Popovich. He do stuff like that. He'll just keep it short and sweet. Yep, didn't do well. We didn't play well. Can't talk about the calls. Like, he'll keep it short and sweet and go into the next question. But you don't have to put dude
You have
down.
to dismiss.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
I didn't see that.
Yeah.
Interesting.
But he was just doing his job. That's all it was. You can not like the question. That's fair, but you ain't got to put him down for it.
Put him down.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was out at a bar watching a game. Got there a little bit before second quarter or something like that. Like mid second quarter. Everybody's cheering, upbeat, high fiving. There's a dude at the table next to us. He was a Minnesota fan, and then his friend was a Denver fan. And so dude was down bad when Minnesota was down, and then he just, as they were rallying back, he was really the only one cheering. And so there's this dude in front of us sitting at a table in front of us. He turned around, he was like, "Will you shut up? Don't you realize you're the only one in here cheering for Minnesota?" And dude didn't care though. Didn't care, and he was chatting with our table, and he just he's like, and then the guy that told him to shut up, he was like, "Man, I love Ant too, but we in Denver right now, blah blah blah." And dude got up from his table, and then he went and actually sat at that dude's table. And was cheering for the Minnesota Timberwolves while at dude's table. And it was a funny interaction. They ended up just kicking it in the end. Like they just all the groups was watching the game together. But seeing his elation, at halftime, and then just seeing it turn to frustration to realizing its impending doom, it was that roller coaster was funny.
It's hard because, like, especially like if you're from that city, or not even so much if you're from that city. It's just like if you've grown up liking a team, or you've invested yourself into it. You like their wins feel like your wins, and their losses feel like your losses. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I get that feeling. Like, I'm not really like that as much with the Chiefs because I'm not that invested. Like, I just I like Mahomes and stuff like that. So like I love seeing them win, but when they lose, it's frustrating when they lose, especially like how they were this past season. But after a day, it's like it is what it is. I don't care no more because it's like I mean, so I get that. Like, Buddy was like upset about, oh man, why you cheering? We at Denver, this, that, and other. Like, I get that. I get that feeling. But at the same time, it's like I had to remind myself too about this. It's like just enjoy the game. Like it's just a game. You know what I mean? Like, unless you betting on it, it doesn't affect your life one way or other.
Yeah. Yep. So,
and that's why, like, watching these like NBA games, I don't have a team. I just like individual players. So when my players get knocked out, like I like LeBron, he's out. So now it doesn't matter. I can just watch whoever. I like Jokic though. Jokic is cold. He just happens to play for Mike Malone. So man is nice. I like him. I just, I'm actually shocked by him. Like, I didn't know him much prior to NBA. So but he's like he's cold.
Fun to watch.
Yeah. So I mean, but I think it's fun. Like, I think the NBA is fun right now just because like there's no more like Golden State, Cleveland, Golden State, LeBron. No more of that. Like, now there's a lot of uncertainty, and you just don't know what you're gonna get, which makes sport a little bit more fun.
It makes it definitely exciting.
Yeah. I think the NFL is always gonna be fun just because like they say it's any given Sunday. The Chiefs are on a hot streak, but I mean that can easily change. In the NBA, it's harder for that to change when you have like when Golden State had their team, it was gonna be a lot harder for that to change just because they had way too many superstars, and it's just like, I mean, they're overwhelming everybody. You know what I mean? But in the NFL, it's not necessarily like that, just because everything has to kind of go right every single game, which is not. I mean, it's just not
It's
possible.
not. Yeah, that's the likelihood of that happening.
Yeah.
It's slim. So the Chiefs have been in the media about for some other reasons other than football. It's not even football season, but they stay in headlines like the Buckner thing.
Yeah, the Booker.
Yeah, and then what's homie name? Rashid Rice, is that his name?
Rice. Yeah, Rasheed
Yeah,
Rice.
yeah. So I've been seeing that. That's just been. I don't know much about the Rice incidents. I just know it's kind of related to more hot headedness, maybe.
So, well, one of them was, it was alleged that he hit a photographer in a nightclub, but it's alleged because like the owner apparently said that he said there was no physical altercation. He said
I saw they weren't going to press charges.
Yeah, he said it was
Declined to press
verbal.
charges. Yeah.
Yeah, he said there might have been a verbal altercation, but I think according to him, he said it wasn't even between Rasheed and the photographer. It was like people that was with Rasheed. He was like Rasheed was there for like less than 30 minutes, so he didn't even, So I don't know what that was about. Now the car crash, the pilot, thank God nobody got hurt, like seriously, like lost their lives or anything, because that was crazy. Like that was
bad.
Apparently he was. I don't know the truth, but they was like he was going like 119 or something like that.
That's what was reported.
Yeah, and it was in the middle of the day. Like,
oh wow,
one of the cars was a rental, the other one I guess he owned, and like his friend was probably driving one, he was driving another, and they was like racing, and then it caused like a 6-car pile up in Dallas. So I ain't never been to Dallas. I heard Dallas get bad traffic and stuff like that, but I can only imagine that was probably a tough situation.
Right.
Yeah.
Squeeze bins would not be thrilled about that. Okay. And then the other story was just
Bucker.
Bucker.
Here's what I'm gonna say about that first.
It's just wow. It's wow.
I'm just gonna say this. I think context and comprehension are key.
Yeah.
That's all I'm gonna say.
I thought it was context. Exactly. Context.
Yeah.
That's the biggest thing. Context. Because I thought he was specifically talking to a crowd that kind of would
already follow
that. That would follow that doctrine or whatever.
Exactly. So that's why it was just kind of weird that everybody was up in arms. Not everybody, but there was a lot of people up in arms about it, because it was just like, if that's not your faith, it's not even directed towards you. Like, he's Catholic speaking at a Catholic school. I mean, I don't know what, like, you know what I mean? So that's why I said, like, because when I heard about it, I thought he was like really just going in or something like that. I was like, oh, what's going on? And then the first thing I saw the school name. I was like, I already see where this is going. Like, this is not context and comprehension are key. Like, you have to really understand what's being said and where and why.
Yeah.
And who
when I saw the first thing I saw about it was it said there clear as day is like give speech at Catholic college graduation or Catholic school graduation or something like that.
Yeah.
And so I was like,
there was people saying that wasn't the time or place, but I'm like, where else do you speak about Catholic values?
Yeah.
Because I mean, he doesn't do it.
They just want it under the church roof.
Well, I mean,
technically,
but those when you go to a Catholic school, you're
the whole campus.
You're required. Yeah. You're also required to take like your they have like those classes specified for like their faith or whatever the case may be. But but it's also underneath. So that's why I'm like, I mean, I don't know what you want to be up in arms about, because it's like that doesn't apply to you. And then also too, I'm just gonna leave it at that.
All right, bet. Yeah, but I saw the Chiefs response was basically he's not going nowhere.
Because what? They tried to equate it to the when Kaepernick kneeled, which I didn't think there was anything wrong with Kaepernick kneeling either, because he didn't do anything that was disruptive. I felt like that was messed up that he got blackballed, because it was like for what? Because he kneeled because he was trying to make it was a silent protest, which I didn't have a problem with. Again, it's like, you know, folks only value freedom of speech when they agree with what's being said.
Oh yeah.
When they disagree with it, they don't want you to have freedom of speech. It's like, like, bro, like, you can agree, you can disagree, you can do whatever you want. At the end of the day, I mean, folks is just expressing themselves, because we express ourselves about every and any other thing, and we expect people to give us that, honor that right. Is what it is. I mean, you know. But context and comprehension are key.
Lock and key. But,
yep.
Yeah. So.
Yep.
Go ahead.
There were some other Chiefs players that got in trouble for weed too. The two linemen, they were.
How they get in trouble for it?
Because they were on the Kansas side.
Wow.
Yeah, pulled over on the Kansas side. It's like the craziest thing, because it's just like, if you go to the Missouri side, somebody that was reporting on it was like, 15 miles that way, and then you were straight. It's like, 15 minutes, whatever. 15 minutes that way, you were straight. Yeah. And it was like, you just happened to be in Kansas. They were in Johnson County, so.
Dang, man, dang.
I mean, they ain't gonna get no. It's a misdemeanor.
I know.
It's not gonna be nothing serious. It's just unfortunate, because it's just like,
right.
And then the rookie, he got his car stolen.
I didn't know
the apartment complex. Xavier Worthy.
What kind of car?
I don't remember what type of car it was. I have to look it up.
Okay. Yeah. But where's the apartment complex?
It was in Kansas City. They didn't specify where. They just said Kansas City.
Oh.
He said it was stolen.
Dang.
Yeah.
Dang.
So they was making jokes about it being Rasheed Rice taking it on a joyride or something like that. Well, internet don't care, man. They do not care about what's going on. Like, they don't care about nobody's feelings, nobody like going through it. Like, bro, imagine you just got drafted to a team, and your welcome to the city was they stole your car.
They stole the car.
Wow, bro.
That's ruthless.
Remember? Do you remember when Drake was on tour here and there was a report that he stole the bus? They stole the bus, or was it the Migos bus? I can't remember. Yeah, it was reported that I don't know if it was the Migos or if it was Drake, and they stole the Kansas. It was like, apparently they stole like the bus or the van or something like that. I don't know if that was actually true or not, but it was a report. I wouldn't have took it as false, because they be doing wild stuff out here. I mean,
it could happen.
Yeah, very well, very, very easily could have happened. Like, it's not. I just don't put it past them, because it's just it's a great city. It's just like there's just people just be funny, man. Just be funny.
Yeah. When did that happen? What year was that?
I don't remember. Whenever the last time they was on tour. Let me see.
It must have been a minute ago then.
Yeah. Let me see. Drake bus stolen in KAC. TMZ. Oh, it gets towed. It didn't get stolen. Wait. Yeah. Well, this is the source. The source said it got stolen, but TMZ said it was towed. So I believe probably TMZ more than the source, but it says OVO and his rented tour bus stolen last night, August 8th. This is 2018.
Okay.
About 3 a.m. in Kansas City, Missouri. Said the stolen vehicle report cannot be filed, being that the bus in question could have very possibly been repossessed. So that's what actually happened, was it got repossessed. Yeah. Source close to it. Bus got towed. It's solely used to tour's production team, and not how Drake gets from city to city.
So the production team bus.
Yeah. So it wasn't like his personal. Yeah, it was towed away from a hotel parking lot in Kansas City. Now that also is very believable, because you can't park nowhere downtown.
Hating.
You can't park nowhere at any time of the day, boy. It'd be hard. You trying to read them signs to see, can I park here?
Yeah. You're gonna have to go find a garage.
Boy, them garages be expensive though.
And tight.
Yeah, that's why I don't like going down there, man. I don't like going for nothing. I don't go to concerts. I don't party no more. So I don't be liking to go down there, man.
Yeah, sound old.
Use parking meters. Yeah, because bro, I ain't got time to be trying to get my car out of impound and stuff like that. There's nothing down there that I can't get out in the suburbs.
Oh, okay. Okay.
There's nothing down there, man. Nothing down there for me.
Huh.
I can't think of one thing that I would go downtown.
That's what I was trying to think of. I mean, so no concerts, so you wouldn't go to.
I don't go to concerts. I don't
Say they had like Disney on Ice. Would you take Nova down there to the?
Yeah.
What
We
is
used to be in
it?
a parking garage.
Yeah.
We'd be in a parking garage. Even remember when we used to go down there.
Yeah, we always did park in that Power and Light garage or whatever.
Bro, they're not about to be playing on my vehicle. I'm not about to get my stuff towed. I'll go ahead and pay the little I'll pay the parking price. It's expensive, but I'll pay it.
Yeah.
I'd rather that because getting your car towed is way more expensive.
Tell me about it.
And it's inconvenient. You got to get away. Got to go get away to get your car.
Mm-hmm.
So
you got to pay to go get or cost inconvenience. Something. Yep.
Yeah, I ain't got time for that, man. So, but yeah, Disney on Ice for sure. Yeah, we do that. But parking lot. We did go to you remember when we went to Kevin Hart down there?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was fun. That was fun. Those were free tickets.
Yeah.
Well, but what up? Be back for another week of the Rick and Jordy podcast. I'm one half of your host, Jordy.
And I'm the other half of your host, Rick.
What happened?
I don't know. You mentioned it, and then 20-something minutes later.
I was like, if we keep going, I'm not gonna do it. So I'm like, let me just go ahead and do it. My energy is peaked now.
All right.
I'm good. Got into a groove. So yeah, man. We was just off on a tangent. It's cool. Some of that stuff probably gonna get cut anyway. I don't know.
Yeah, fact. Who knows?
We'll see what gets kept and what doesn't.
The AI might do its thing.
Maybe. Is that what that is? Is the AI? Is AI doing?
I mean, it says it's an AI tool. Yeah.
I still haven't used like Chat GPT or none of that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
I tried Chat GPT for a caption. It was trash. Yeah. I gave it like 20 chances. They were all bogus, huh?
Have you tried creating like videos or pictures with
these AI things?
Yeah.
Nah. I haven't uploaded my photo.
I ain't doing that.
Yeah. Some of them, like the Simpsons one, I was kind of interested in. The not so much the claymation one because everybody was looking the same in that one. I think
I didn't understand why people were doing that, so I ain't playing with that stuff.
Yeah. Just like there was another trend when just like they were making people old or babies.
Mm-hmm.
Remember that was way before.
Yep.
But yep.
Yeah, I remember doing that stuff in college, like clicking on the those little links and doing the stuff like, what will you look like when you're 80, or like doing the would you survive a horror movie, and you had to answer the questions. Obviously, I would.
Okay. Yeah. Do you think that what you saying that's kind of like AI?
Yeah, kind of.
What, the horror movies?
No, not that one. I'm talking about they make you.
Oh yeah.
But I'm saying it was like all the same stuff. Like you always clicking a link to do something.
Oh, okay. There's always a link that gets you. Yeah. There's always something that was the hook.
Yeah.
And then the link was always attached not too far after.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I mean. Yeah, but no, I don't necessarily consider that like AI. But I mean, because you were inputting answers and stuff like that. But
yeah, I don't even know. Is it a software or is it an app they're using to do all this? That's what I mean.
What you mean, like the pictures and stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's it's what's that called?
Web AI.
Maybe.
I'm kidding.
No, I mean there was one like AI source or something like that. AI image generator. Let me see what this one is. Open Art is an AI image generator. I guess you can do it on Canva too. Deep AI. Open AI is the one I heard about. That's the one
That's the one I've seen.
There's another one too that's like upgraded from that. Bro, I really want to understand what this is like before I actually ever use it. That's my whole back. Like when we talked about with Anton, I don't understand what AI is. Like this version of AI, like where we're at now. I'm not talking about the video game one.
I think right now what we're doing for this version of AI is that we're it's crowdfunding. it's crowdsourcing. So all these photos,
Mhm.
all of this input that people ask in Chat GPT or whatever other AI, all these transcriptions, whatever's going on, it's basically just sourcing information, just gaining knowledge. And then the photos, that goes into the video AI and creating different faces and using people's faces to create new people.
So that's what I'm. But what is it like? What is it doing?
It's
with
not
it
doing. I don't know.
once it's done?
Maybe it is not doing anything yet. Maybe it's not doing anything yet. It's just gathering. It's just all being funneled to a supercomputer somewhere, a big server. One of these server farms they got popping up somewhere. Probably multiple.
I feel like we're feeding something.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly.
I don't like that.
Exactly.
I'm not saying that in a good way. I don't like it.
I'm not saying it in a good way either. It's taking all the information, whether we like it or not.
Yeah, because it's going somewhere and it's storing somewhere because it has to have to memorize this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I would feel like it's memorizing it,
and it doesn't even have to. Yeah, it decrypts and compresses the data.
Yeah,
so it's not like
because it's only getting smarter and faster. And the only way to get smarter and faster is to take the information that you're gathering and storing the information and learning from that information. You know what I mean? Like because if you're taking the information, using it, and then spitting it out when you're done, then you can't grow that way, right? There's no way to grow that way because you would have to redo the process of learning that again. You know what I mean? So like if you're feeding it the information of 1 + 1, right? Hey, 1 + 1 is 2. The AI does not know what 1 + 1 is yet, right? You feed it 1 + 1 and say 1 + 1 is 2, or it learns it's 2. It has to save that information somewhere, right? Because if it were to spit that out and say, all right, I'm done now. Now I don't need it anymore. You would have to tell it again. 1 + 1 is 2, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because it wouldn't have that information on deck. So that's what I'm saying. So like, I don't like that. I don't like that though, because we are there's going to come a point that we are not going to be capable of. I still wholeheartedly believe we're not going to be capable of controlling it.
Controlling it, even pulling the power plug.
What power plug?
The ultimate power plug.
There is none.
I mean,
I feel like they want us to believe there's a power plug. It's just like when they create diseases. There's no power. There's no cure for it. Like they create stuff and then they don't have a cure for it. It's just a test.
If we have to shut the grid down, then you think they would?
But then what? Because we're in a generation where too many people rely on it and don't know how to survive without it.
Well, yeah, it would have to be a organized shutdown to get rid of the AI brain or whatever to do surgery.
There was somebody talking about that. I forgot. I need to find that video, but they said that there was like a huge portion of. They said that if that were to happen, something like that were to happen, a huge portion of our country would die.
Oh yeah,
like they were being serious. Like it wasn't even a joke. They saying they would die because they're not capable of. Basically, they're not capable of performing certain tasks in order to survive without this technology or whatever.
And also think about the people that rely on medical equipment.
Exactly. That's what I was about to say too. Yep. And then that too. So it's like that's what I'm saying. Like I think we've gotten too far, and I don't like it because I already know what I'm gonna do. I'm good.
What?
I'm gravy. I can't tell you, man.
Gonna get a bat and run around.
Well, I tell you what, I won't have a blow dart. Won't be walking around with a blow dart in my mouth.
It's a ranged weapon in my mouth. It will be slung on the back.
Where you gonna put it at?
It'll be slung on the back and have a string. Yes. And then you just whip it around.
Whip and slung are crazy. No.
Man.
New words. Do not use those words when referring to a blow dart.
Man, but But yeah, so
I
all
could
right.
put
I
like
think
barbed wire around my bat, like Neil. What's his name?
Negan.
Negan. There we go.
Yeah,
I can put barbed wire around it, give it a name,
like Lucille.
Lucille.
I think that's the best name, Lucille.
I gotta have a better name than that though. Lucille.
Agreed.
Everybody names something Lucille, guitar,
Yeah.
car, all that stuff.
It's always an object name, Lucille, never
Mhm.
a person.
Yeah, I'm sure there's somebody named Lucille out there.
Well, yeah, of course.
Hey,
It's
what name do you think has died off?
Pearl.
Pearl.
Yeah,
That's a good one. That was pretty quick. It's like you thought about that for a while.
I haven't. Just came off.
I was thinking like Gertrude.
Gertrude's a weird one. Don't think I've seen too many or met too many Gertrudes. If
I've
any.
never met a Gertrude.
Yeah.
Unless I met somebody that had a short, but I don't know, like what the
Jerry.
short- Jerry. Okay.
Maybe.
Trudy. I heard Trudy. I did hear somebody say Trudy one time. So I guess like Gertrude, Trudy.
Oh, yeah. That's a good. Yep.
What's another name? I feel like there's more names that have died off. What I'm about to look that up now. Names. I'm even typing. Names that no longer exist. According to Babel studies, some names have gone extinct since 1994. Boy names, Grame. Here, I'm about to share this with you.
All right.
I don't even know how to say that.
Yeah, because we know you can't read.
Well, Netherlands is not on here, so.
Hey, a lady at my coworker, she corrected me about how to say Arvada. It's Arvada.
What is that?
Just some it's a suburb of Denver.
Well, I mean, for your line of work, you don't have to know how to.
Oris, yeah. Lane. Is that Lane or Ian? Or
I think it's Ian.
Ian?
I think that's an I. Ian.
Okay. Lee.
It's capital.
Yeah, it is.
Otherwise, it would look like this right here.
Yep.
So that's English usually.
I mean, I thought
usually the first letter of a name is capitalized. So
what's Grammy?
Huh?
What's Grammy?
I don't know what that is. Lee is not gone. I guess maybe like first name
maybe for boys, kind of.
Yeah, I mean
maybe Lee is more common than Leigh.
Well, this is like literally my my wife and daughter have this middle name, and my wife's mother, like they literally have this middle name.
So Melvin. I mean,
I don't know.
I have a cousin named Melvin. I have two cousins named Melvin.
I feel like I've heard the name Melvin before. Maybe not spelled like this though.
Right.
Not for boys.
Nigel.
Nigel Freeman.
Yeah.
It's Sean, dude.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Hey, his real name though.
John Bill.
That is real name. Royston. I've never heard of Royston.
Never heard that.
Okay, these are girls. Bertha.
That was my grandma's name.
Oh, really?
Beverly's my cousin's name.
Carol. Carol's not gone. I've heard the name Carol several times.
Caroline.
Gail. Gertrude.
Doreen. You said Gertrude.
Yeah. Gillian. Maybe Jillian.
That's Jillian.
Yeah.
Glenn. Or no?
It could be Jillian.
No, it's Jillian. Yeah.
Yeah, it could be Jillian. But I know a Jillian, but it's spelled with a J. Well, I don't know her anymore. There was these twins named Jake and Jillian when I was in elementary school. But it was spelled with a J because they were both J names.
Okay.
Glennis, Hillary, Jeanette.
Hillary, really? Jeanette, really?
Jeanette McCurdy.
Right.
Jill Scott. Carrie Washington.
All forms of Lindsay.
Yeah. Wait a minute. These are not extinct names. I don't know about this. I don't know.
Phyllis, Muriel. I know a Muriel.
This name should never been created. Yeah. That's wild.
Babe. Yeah, that's probably an extinct name.
Yeah.
Almond. That want to be named Almond.
Arthurine. Nah, that should have never been. Yeah. Betty.
Dolores.
Yeah. Dolores. Isn't that a car?
DeLorean?
DeLorean, never mind. My bad. All right. Okay. All right. Yeah. So we got some names then that's been out of there. Yeah.
Mine's a unique name. Pretty unique.
Richard?
Yeah. It's probably top 50. Top 50 most common.
I was about to say, yeah. I feel like I've heard that name a lot. I think I went to high school with 2 Richards. Probably more than that, to be honest, but I knew 2 of them. I had a student named Richard.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Technically, it's the 216th most popular boy's name.
Now my name is unique.
I'm gonna see
the spelling of
Well,
it.
yeah, it's spelled different.
Even people still spell it wrong though.
They do.
Yeah. Even if I spell it out for them, they'll change it.
Like, no, I think you spelled it wrong.
That's not correct. Yeah. It is. No. That's not how you spell Jordan. Okay. Didn't know I was spelling it wrong for these 30-some years.
And the most common. Oh well, this is over the world. Okay. But yeah, my never mind. I'm doxing myself. Never mind.
You said you're what?
I was about to dox myself.
Oh, what is that?
Give out too much info.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
Oh man. Okay. I think I had something for today. I really do. There's these people that I don't follow them, but maybe having some interesting stories. They had one. I don't know if I told you about it because I kind of wanted to dig a little bit on it. What are they called? Ninjas or butterflies? That's what it's called.
Ninjas and butterflies, or butterflies?
Are butterflies?
Huh.
I do. They had a story that I thought was interesting. Oh, they did the Count of Saint Germain too, but it was after us though. They posted theirs 4 days ago. We already did it like a few episodes ago.
Yeah.
But they had one that I wanted to talk about with us because I don't think we talked about it. Is it called Jekyll Island? Yeah. Did we talk about Jekyll Island? I don't think we talked about Jekyll Island.
Nope.
Yeah.
We talked about a couple islands, but not Jekyll.
Yeah, let's talk about it because it was pretty interesting what they were saying about it. So here, let's pull this up together. Jekyll Island. Because there's some interesting things that happened here. Let me see. It's in Georgia. Georgia got some stuff, boy.
Georgia, the country?
Nah. Like Georgia, the state.
Oh.
Yeah. I'm gonna share my screen with you. Let's see. Shout out to Ninjas or Butterflies because they're pretty dope. So I'll shout out since I'm stealing from them. Yeah, they're actually pretty dope because they do some similar stuff too. They do some digging or talking. All right, so Jekyll Island, located off the coast of the state of Georgia in Glenn County. There's one of the sea islands. Yep. So basically, but this place, there's like a whole there's a lore behind this. There's a lore behind this. But the Federal Reserve was founded here. It's like what we have today, the U.S. Federal Reserve or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was founded here, like because there was who was it that built their house here? Let me see.
Was it a political figure?
It was one of those like them Carnegie or Rockefellers or one of them people. They had a house here, and then they all got together.
Family. Rockefeller Cottage.
Yeah. Where you see
right there to the right.
To the right.
That picture.
Oh yeah. So yes. So in this house is where the Federal Reserve was started. So planning of the Federal Reserve. All right. In November 1910. So we got to talk about this because I don't think we did talk about this yet. Maybe we did in one of the very first episodes, but we'll get to that in a minute. But so Assistant Secretary of the U.S. Treasury Department, and 5 of the county's leading financiers arrived at the Jekyll Island Club to conduct a secret meeting to plan a country's monetary policy and banking system, formulating during the meeting the Federal Reserve as America's next central bank, according to the Federal Reserve Bank of Atlanta. The 1910 Jekyll Island meeting resulted in draft legislation for the creation of the U.S. Central Bank. Okay, so we gotta do a little detour because there's something interesting about this. I feel like we have talked about it before, or maybe we just talked about it off camera. I can't remember. But do you remember what happened right prior to the department? Before the Federal Reserve.
Um, you're talking about with that one character that was had his hand in everything, huh?
You know what I'm talking about?
Who Countess Saint Germain?
No.
No. It was another character like that though. Who?
It's not a character. All right, all right, so it says parts of the draft were incorporated into the 1913 Federal Reserve Act, right? So this is when the Federal Reserve was created, right? Was passed and signed into the law created the Federal Reserve System, the central bank in 1913, December 23rd, 1913. All right, so remember that December 23rd, 1913. Okay, so now we gotta take a quick detour. Okay, I got something else pulled up.
You said December 3rd, 1913.
December 23rd, 1913. Okay,
23rd.
so before that happened, this happened. Okay,
Christmas Eve.
Okay, so April 15th, 1912, the Titanic sank. All right, so there was a person on here. Okay, so J.P. Morgan, right? I think he was like the owner or something of this. He did not go because I think he was supposed to be on there. J.P. Morgan didn't go, along with some other notable people. But at the time, there was a really, really wealthy man. I feel like we covered him, but I can't remember. And this guy, there was like some rumor, or there was like some story about how he didn't. Basically, if he had lived, the Federal Reserve may have never come about because there was something that they wanted from him. They wanted him to sign over something and he wouldn't do it. And he was like one of the wealthiest men at that time, but he was on the Titanic. Let me see. Where's this dude at? Man, voyage, wreck, legacy.
Do you remember his name?
I gotta think of it. Let me go to a different. Let me see. Rich man on the Titanic. John Jacob Astor. Yep, the wealthiest person on the Titanic, has sold for 6 times the asking price. This is equal. John Jacob Astor. Okay, so that was his name, John Jacob Astor.
Okay.
He was the richest person on the Titanic. They wanted, I believe they wanted him to sell something, but I'm trying to think of what he didn't want to do. But his story ended up messed up because like his kids, like they ended up taking his money and like I think they gave it away to like charity or something. One of the kids gave it all away to charity or something like that, or something wild. And then he had one of his kids that was just blowing the money. It was, you know, his family didn't hold on to that money. Yeah, Astor left 69 million of his $85 million estate to Vincent. The value included his country estate in New York and his yacht. Man, he left 100,000 as outright bequest and his $5 million trust fund.
You don't have that page up if you were trying to.
Oh, my bad. No, I wasn't trying to share that one. I was trying to see something real quick. My bad. Here, let me stop sharing because I do want to see this though. Jacob Astor wouldn't sell. Oh, okay. I thought I was. Man, what was it that he was trying to do? Man, I feel like they wanted him to join something.
Sell some lifeboats.
Nah, it was something about him. And let me see, Jacob Astor and Federal Reserve. So these are the Titanic conspiracies. Let me see. Some conspiracy theorists believe here. Let me share this real quick because I think this might be what I'm looking for. This is the Titanic conspiracy theory. It says some conspiracy theorists believe that the Titanic was sunk on purpose to eliminate opposition to the creation of the Federal Reserve Bank. Some of the wealthiest men in the world were aboard the Titanic for a maiden voyage, several of whom included John Jacob Astor, Benjamin, I don't know how to pronounce it,
Guggenheim.
Guggenheim, okay.
Who
And
can't read now?
Boer, Strauss, whatever. It wasn't. I mean, if it was Netherlands, I would have been able to pronounce it. Uh, were allegedly opposed to the creation of the U.S. Central Bank. No evidence of their opposition to Morgan's centralized banking ideas have been found. Astor never spoke publicly on the subject, while Strauss spoke in favor of the concept. All three men died during the sinking. Conspiracy theorists suggest that J.P. Morgan, the 74-year-old financier who set up the, I don't know that word, the eponymous banking firm, arranged to have the men board the ship and then sunk to eliminate them. Morgan nicknamed the Napoleon of Wall Street. Yep. Had helped create. Yeah. Because there was like, all right, basically, so what I remember reading was that, let me stop that. What I remember reading was basically, now I got my memory jogged. JP Morgan and those others wanted to create the Federal Reserve. Jacob Astor, and along with the names that we read, they were supposedly opposed to it. This is one of the theories. They were opposed to it. Now they were going to go on the Titanic. JP Morgan, I feel like, was supposed to go. I think the Rockefellers, Carnegie's, I think there were some other people that were supposed to go.
Mm-hmm.
Last minute, they backed out and did not go on the voyage, obviously. And then the ship sinks. Then that's why I was like, all right, then December 2023, December 23rd, 1913, the Federal Reserve is created down there on Jekyll Island. So now let's go back to Jekyll Island.
Okay.
So they was talking about, I was hearing about some like weird stuff on Jekyll Island. Like we'll have to look this up. There's a video probably, I'm sure, but basically on Jekyll Island. So like those houses, like the Rockefeller House, apparently the Rockefeller House is built right on top of a Indian burial ground in that area. And like, so, well, and not even just the Indian burial ground, it's built on top of an altar. And so like, I guess like I think there was like something that you're not even allowed to go downstairs. Like if you visit the house, you can't go downstairs because it's like the altar or something like that still down there or something. Like they built the house just on top of it. And so, obviously that comes with its own whole, weird stuff going on. So, yeah, let me see something real quick. Let's see. Island. Is it Rockefeller? Yeah, let me see. Maybe it's this. I'll try to go through it.
Hello, it's good to see you back again here. Very unusual for Native Americans. Many of the buildings you see today on Jekyll Island, they point directly to a Timucua structure of the past. Many were built directly on top of the old foundations of the Timucua structure. At first glance, it almost appears as if the new development was designed to cover up any trace of the natives being there on the island. The Jekyll Island Club, for instance, by itself covers up so much of the Timucua history. Many of the new buildings are like an X, marking the spot of an old structure. What has been covered up still gives way to evidence of the past. Remember that altar that covered up with modern buildings. As we move back to modern times, remember that altar that we just learned of. Keep that altar in mind.
Oh, wait, hold on.
What was it that drove the French away so fast? Take a close look at this picture. See that person holding the baby? Notice the others dancing around in the background? Now, look closer.
Someone's
See the
crying.
stone? That stone is an altar. That stone is a sacrificial altar. The shamans would offer their sacrifices on that stone altar. What were they sacrificing? You probably already guessed. This scene depicts child sacrifice.
Yikes.
Are simply covered up with modern buildings.
Sorry,
As we move back to modern times, remember that altar that we just learned of. Keep that altar in mind. In the early 1900s, very, very wealthy people began developing Jekyll Island. A few of the names you may recognize: J.P. Morgan,
You should hit the
Rockefeller.
The what?
So these wealthy men,
125 speed
you may have
Oh,
expected
was it a-
lavish homes,
under the gear.
yet they actually built
You hear?
simple cottages, kind of like cabins in the woods for the rich and elite. Rockefeller built his cabin, and it was named Indian Mound Cottage. What was so special about Indian Mound Cottage?
Hmm.
Well, in 1910, plans were drawn up in this cottage by Rockefeller, J.P. Morgan, and many other wealthy elites.
You're not to do that.
What were these plans? Ever heard of the Federal Reserve? The Federal Reserve isn't a bank. It's the banking system of the United States. In 1910, sitting in the parlor of Indian Mound Cottage, these men created our country's banking system. It was presented to Congress a couple years later in 1912 and signed into law by Woodrow Wilson. Now, think back to this picture. Remember the stone altar? Where do you think it is today? And I'll give you just a moment to think on that.
Where do you think it is?
You probably already
That's
guessed
in
it.
the house.
That stone altar is directly under the parlor of Indian Mound Cottage, Rockefeller's home. The Federal Reserve Act was planned and drawn up directly on top of the stone blood sacrifice altar of the Timacuas. Is it any wonder our banking systems are so corrupt? It was conceived in diabolical fashion with a demonic infusion from its very origin. So today, when you see the beauty of Jekyll Island, the amazing clubhouse, the tennis courts, and those quaint, beautiful cottages, ask yourself this question: who in their right mind would build their house on top of a blood sacrifice altar? And now remember, this is the birthplace of our Federal Reserve banking system.
Okay. So yeah, that's basically what I heard too. So it was from a different video, but that one gave the idea of where I was going, or what
Okay.
I heard too. So yeah, so all right. There obviously we can't, like, I don't know, like it's not like we can like dig it up and see if there was actually anything there. I mean, this is just like people saying that this is what the history is of Jekyll Island. And then but it is, but even if it may be, of all the places to build, it's weird that they would build there, because I mean, all the horror movies that I watch, when you build on top of a burial ground or anything like that, usually bad stuff happens.
Yeah. But maybe they were harvesting that bad energy for their own purposes.
So and see, so like all that stuff, like that's why I said we was gonna take that detour, because like, all right, so JP Morgan is tied into the Titanic. He owned, or I guess like I don't know, like the company that built the Titanic, but then there's like rich people on there that were allegedly, like, there's no factual evidence on it, but it was allegedly opposed to the Federal Reserve. But then they die on the Titanic. JP Morgan and Rockefeller and all them guys are still alive, even though they were supposed to be there, but they weren't. And then the next year they create the Federal Reserve.
Right.
But they do it in that room that's on top of a sacrifice altar.
So after sacrificing the Titanic,
Hey,
they couldn't get the boat there. So
that's their sacrifice, huh?
We always talked about that's something we do mention, like how far will the rich go to get richer? And maybe Mr. Morgan was like, this isn't too far for me.
So I didn't even never connected those like that, like in that way, like that's their sacrifice. Yeah, there was like women and children and everybody else on that boat.
Yeah, there was, other than just the other big players in the
So for them, that's like, I mean, if it's like that, then they came out big on that. You know what I mean? And so you remember, was it last week or maybe the week before? Either way, we were talking about Bohemian Grove, and then they kind of have like that same feel, because it's like, but they have, so I just be feeling like, man, it's like folks with money. There's a lot of stories going on surrounding stuff like this,
like rituals
and so because it's like, what I know somebody, I can't remember who said it, but they was like, somebody's like, you don't, or maybe it was Cat Williams. It was probably Cat Williams who said it actually. He's like, you don't become a billionaire. Like when you become a billionaire, you have to do some messed up stuff in order to attain that level of wealth.
Right.
And when I think about it, it's like, yeah, is there actually a way to obtain billions of dollars without stepping on somebody? You know what I mean? Because that's a lot of money. And in order to acquire that type of money,
you're taking somebody else's money, right?
Yeah, you got to, because there's not enough money for it to work any other way.
Right.
Making $1 million, you could work hard and save and make $1 million and not affect anybody else.
Right. Yeah.
But billions, I feel like you have to do something. And maybe not. I ain't saying like necessarily like sacrificing nobody or nothing like that, but I feel like you got to do something like this, like maybe that goes against your moral compass to get to that level.
Yeah, the likelihood of that being true is, I would say a lot higher.
I'm thinking, and also like I'm thinking along the lines of like stuff like this, like maybe you hike prices up.
I was something like that.
Like that's where my mind is at. But obviously,
or like cut back quality of a product,
or you let go of employees and force other employees to work a little harder, more hours and stuff like that, and you sacrifice, like you said, you're gonna end up sacrificing quality as well. But you end up doing stuff like that, like you just cutting corners more so than like just downright
being
evil. Being evil. That's I don't even think at that point, I don't even think you care about money. I think that's something else, though, to be honest. I don't think there's any amount of money worth just being downright evil. I mean, there's money is not to me, money is not worth harming anybody, to be honest. But I mean, to be just downright evil, I don't know about.
They want a character arc or something. I don't know.
Well, I mean, what do you get? What are you getting out of that? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Like, what do you get? You know what I mean? Like, what's the end goal?
Because
you have to die.
Yeah, but a story to pass down to generations.
Yeah, but do you want to be remembered that way? I wouldn't want to be associated with this.
Yeah, that's true.
I wouldn't want my story, when my story ends, I don't want them to be like, yeah, you know how it got like that though, right? And then they start bringing up all this stuff, even if it wasn't true, but just for my name to be associated with that, it's like, bro, I did a bunch of cool stuff, and that's what y'all talking about.
Well, comes with money at that point.
Yeah, that's another thing. It's like, what dollar amount do you think it is that when you hit that dollar amount that everybody automatically assumes that you did some evil stuff to get there? Or maybe not even a dollar amount. Maybe like what level of success do you think you have to have in order for people to think you're evil? Because now that I think about it, I don't even think it's all a dollar amount. I think there's just a level of notoriety.
I would say, really, I would say probably about 10 bill.
10 bill? 10 billion? Man, I know some people. Well, I don't know them, but that's why I feel like there's people underneath that are.
I know.
Well, underneath that
I know.
Claiming are evil.
I know. Yeah, that's why I said 10 bill just to be safe.
Yeah, 10 bill. 10 bills. Yeah, I might be inclined to believe those stories. Because what are you doing with 10 bill? Like, what is that?
That's
What even do you do? Like, what? Like, I don't even know. Like, because $1 billion you can't spend in a lifetime.
Right. That's a go sit down money.
Yeah.
Or
either
just go sit down or go spend as much as you can of it.
But that's what I'm saying. You won't even make a dent, because I think $1 billion is really hard to fathom, but there's nothing on the planet worth $1 billion. Like, there's not enough stuff to buy. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
So you can buy several what is that, 9-figure homes?
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Some supercars or some really expensive properties, something like that.
Yeah, but even still, like, you have assets now, so you can just sell it.
Yeah.
Well, I guess I don't know who you're selling it to, but but at the same time, it's like,
do they depreciate?
No, not in the houses.
Yeah.
That's only gonna go up. And depending on who you are, if you live in there, it's gonna go up.
Take care of it, yo.
Well, I mean, even think like this, because most of those guys could probably live off of credit. Like if you're a billionaire, if your net worth and you're a billionaire, like your credit line is probably crazy.
Yeah, that's true.
Bro, I mean, even financially anyway, you would never buy $1 billion worth of housing,
anything
for that matter, because for what? You can't unload all that stuff.
Right.
Who's gonna buy it from you? You know what I mean? So that's what I mean. Like, there's nothing logistically that you could even spend $1 billion on. Like, you would never make a dent in it. I think in a lifetime, depending on your lifestyle, I think you could spend, and not easily, but I think you could spend $100 million if, like I said, if you have that type of money and the lifestyle that you want to live calls for it.
It's lavish.
I think you can get to 9 figures. Was that 9 figures? Oh, let me see.
100 mil.
Yep, that's 9 figures. You can tell I ain't in that tax bracket.
Man.
I think you can spend 9 figures in a lifetime if you have the resources and like you just have a hunger. I think you can do it. Now, I think that's an exceptional person that does that.
I would do. Yeah, exceptional person that spends that much.
Yeah, that's an exceptional person that does that. Like, that's a person that I don't even know what mindset you have to be in, because I just don't think that's going to be the average person with that type of money to do that. But
what would be your most outrageous thing that you would purchase or have with 100 mil? Yeah.
The stuff that I would get, I don't even think would be outrageous. Like I said, I'd own me a sports team, more than likely an island.
Sports team and island.
Yeah. Like those, I think those would be the things that I would spend in the island. Obviously, I would develop the island, but I mean, like, that would probably be my most expensive expenses, which, I mean, that can easily get me up to, 9 figures.
But that also makes you money.
Exactly. So that's what I'm saying. So, like, even still, like, it's not like the sports team is not going to lose money per se.
I'm gonna have butler, personal chef, trainer. Butler and personal chef would probably live in. And trainer,
you wouldn't even touch. You probably wouldn't even touch 6 figures. I mean, you would touch 6 figures with that, but you wouldn't even touch 7 figures with that.
Yeah, not. But
how much you think a butler and a chef per year cost?
Let's just say chef. I would say if they're living, I don't know. I would give. Let's just say about 120.
120. Let's see. Living
butler will be 90 to 100
salary.
All right. Product development chef. So I see it says product development chef. I don't know what that is. Live-in corporate chef. Let's go with that. Live-in corporate chef is $92,000 a year. And then it says product development chef is $123,000 a year.
Okay.
So
we're not developing no products.
Live-in private chef is 35. Well, this is in pounds, 35 to 50K pounds. Yep. Corporate executive chef salaries from 79 to 118,000.
And then you said what else? A live-in what?
Butler.
Live-in butler. Live-in butler salary. So let's just say 100,000 for the chef.
100,000 for the chef.
100,000 for the chef per year.
Some maids, butler.
This mug a living
Downton Abbey like.
Oh, this is a living butler in Kansas. It's $32.81 an hour.
Oh, an hour. So that's about what? 110?
Let's see. Let's go with that. Let's just go with that. 110. So look, you spending $200,000 a year. So it'll take 5 years for you to spend $1 million. Extrapolate that over, let's say 60 years. 60 years, $1 million. Hold on, wait. What did I say? Every 5 years. So 5 years. It'll take 5 years for you to spend $100 million. I mean, for you to spend $1 million. Extrapolate it over 60 years. So what is that?
Like 12 mil
times 14. So about 14 million, right?
Is that right? No. I
Well,
said we're to times 12. Yeah, you're right. Times 12 million. Yeah, you're right. Quick math. So yeah. Boom. That's 12 million dollars in 60 years. Let's even add in inflation and salary increase. What, 15 million maybe?
Damn.
Probably not even that, to be honest. 'Cause that's crazy.
Yeah.
It's jumping up
For inflate for salary increase. That's great.
Let's just say 13. Just to say, like, all right, we were generous.
Yeah, we gave some raises.
So over 60 years, you would spend $13 million on that. So that's what I'm saying. Like, you're not going to you touch seven figures. So I was wrong. I said seven figures. My bad. But you still wouldn't spend. You wouldn't even be close to a 9-figure, deficit.
Yeah, that's true.
So that's when I'm like, $1 billion, 10 billion is got to be something evil going on. $1 billion is like, you'll never spend it. You'll never spend it. So what is the end goal? I guess that's always my thing. Cause like my goal in life has never been at any point to be a billionaire. Millionaire, yeah. Billionaire, never. Cause I just don't. Billionaire would be cool, but I just don't understand what the end goal would be outside of just because the money would have to be left to my family.
I think but
they
probably
they can't spend on that.
Their end goal probably is for them in their lifetime is just power and how to move however they want.
Okay.
Without repercussion.
That would be, I guess that would be the only logical explanation.
Yeah, that kind of.
Come here. Because I don't know what else to. Because like I said, you can't spend anything. And you can't just give it away.
Damn.
Because I mean, as great as it sounds, they always talk about like billionaires. They were like, oh, they can just end world hunger. I'm like, not necessarily. It doesn't work like that. But
yeah.
I mean, theoretically, there are ways that they could help with that problem. But I mean, I don't know that because they were like, oh yeah, they have a who is it, Elon Musk or whoever the richest man is right now. It was like he could just give away everybody $1 million and he would still have this many billion. And I'm like, yeah, but if everybody had $1 million, then all the pricing on everything would just go up.
Yeah, it would throw everything out of whack.
Yeah, like you don't want that. Like,
unfortunately,
yeah, that's just the thing. Like I used to think that when I was younger too, but then it's like when you learn economics and how it works, it's like you don't want everybody having $1 million. Because now everything,
nobody got $1 million.
Nobody got it. If gas is $10,000 a gallon,
gas be up.
Houses now an apartment is $50,000 to $60,000 a month. That's just that's the lower tier. If you want luxury, you're talking about $100,000 to $200,000 a month
for an apartment.
Like, oh man, like what is this?
900 square feet.
Right. Oh yeah, imagine living like New York or LA.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you're done for. You're done for.
Look at that.
Come on. Yeah. So I don't you're supposed to be asleep.
It's all good.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't even know. But yeah, so like I thought that Jekyll Island was interesting because of the people that were involved, not so much the island itself. People that were involved. Yeah, because I had heard their names pop up in other things, and I was just like,
Yeah, that's something. It's something I learned. I ain't never heard of that. Heard about that. So
yeah, I just heard about that not too long. What's up? You okay? You want to say hi? No? You want to go to bed? I'll be up in a little bit, okay? But yeah, so yeah, and then that's what on that. So I don't know what to think about it though. I don't know what to think about it because I think like these stories, like these are all like conspiracies, and I'm not too much on conspiracies. Some of them are interesting, but it's hard to like actually put like full belief into the conspiracy of it because there's too many holes in it that don't be making sense. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But they are intriguing because once I start hearing somebody's name multiple times, then I got to look into it. Like when I hear it in multiple different like lines of thinking, I got to look into
spaces.
Yeah.
because now there's something. There's always some truth to every little, every story. I think there's always some truth to it. So, if there was an altar there and the house was built on top of it, I'm sure that if they built the house on top of that altar on purpose, I do believe that they did feel that it would have meant something to them.
Right.
Do I believe anything actually came from it? I don't know, but I do believe if they intentionally built it on top of an altar, they felt like something was going to happen from that. I don't think they would have did it just to say they did it.
Yeah, if they were doing it just to say they did it, they probably would have avoided it.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So
yeah,
the power within, or the power they felt it held within.
Yeah. That's scary though, man. Like I was like, hey, I watched. You watch Pet Sematary?
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think about that. Yeah, I don't play that type of stuff, man. I don't play that type of stuff, boy.
You wouldn't.
No, we already talked about
it. Yeah, right.
You asked me would I visit that doggone cemetery town, and I was like, no.
You're right. You're right.
I was like,
ask if there was anything that you will want to bring back, like a pet that you had or anything.
Nah, because they was possessed, bro.
What if they were perfect? What if they was perfect?
Nah, man. My pet had his time and he passed.
Yeah,
I did have I had a pet fish. Remember my pet fish?
Yeah. Yep. My pet fish too. Frugal.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. They had good lives.
Yeah, man. Chief Reef. He was
Chief Reef.
Yeah, Chief Reef, man.
Man, Frugal was just chilling.
Man, you didn't never make Frugal puff up.
Puffed up once or twice, maybe. Once for sure.
You said that cuts off their life expectancy.
Mm-hmm.
Because
yeah.
But that's the fun part of it.
I know.
So does that mean that when Mrs. Puff on SpongeBob?
No, that's a different.
She's a puffer.
But no, it is stress. It is stress. But
that's the only time she puffed up, when she was driving with SpongeBob, and then they run into something, and then she puff up.
Did they have any dolphins play with Mrs. Puff at any point in time?
Nah, I heard about that though.
Yeah,
they'll eat them.
They'll eat them?
I think so, because they can get high on the toxins.
Yeah, I thought they just played with them, like pass them back and forth and like chewed on them a little bit.
They do that too, but I think they can get high on like the toxins or something.
Yeah, that's why they do it. Yeah, they get high.
Oh, so maybe they don't eat them. Maybe they do just bite on them,
pass them around. Yeah. So Mrs. Puff getting passed around.
They did use the dolphins to be like, hey, Patrick, how are you?
Yeah.
Hey, side note, did you ever hear about the theory about why Mr. Krabs is the only crab in the sea?
I have a feeling that I did, but I don't remember it.
All right, so it has to do with why the Krabby Patties also taste so good.
Yeah, I've heard of it.
So yeah,
I don't remember. the
Krusty Krab is actually shaped like a crab trap. If you look up a crab trap,
yeah.
Let me see.
So it's Mr. Crab in every burger.
Yep.
Huh?
Yep.
Yeah.
That's the theory. Is that, oh man, I don't even see it on here now, but I had a maybe this is it. Nah, it's a decorative one. That ain't even a real one. But anyways, I can't even find the actual. But anyways, yeah, it was shaped like a crab trap, and they were saying basically that he done trapped all the crabs, and then like he puts them in the Krabby Patties.
Yeah.
Why they call it Krabby Patties, and that's why it tastes so good, because everybody eating crab meat. So he the only one. It's him and his mama. Yeah.
So
but that's why he won't eat them.
Because that would be cannibalism at that point.
He said, I do remember on the episode when I was watching, he said he don't eat them because they become addicting or something like that. But he don't be eating them though.
No, I don't know SpongeBob lore, so
yeah, bro. I got in a rabbit hole on that when I think I was either in college or something like that. Yeah, it was just random. I was like, oh, wait a minute, what's going on?
Yeah.
And then I learned all that stuff. Yeah. But yeah, and then anyways, that's a whole nother thing. But yeah, so you want to go ahead and get in this wiki?
Yeah, let's hit the wiki game.
I bet. Let's start on the Jekyll Island. You okay? Where you want to end this one at?
Let's go with what were we talking? We were talking about animals earlier.
The mantis shrimp.
The mantis shrimp.
There was another one that you said too.
Let's do Velociraptor.
Velociraptor.
Or just raptor.
Okay, let me see. Raptor. I did not.
Nah.
No, not that one. Which one do? It's a mole.
Dinosaur?
Dinosaur? Say less. Dinosaur, that's good.
That's straight.
Yep, dinosaur. It's straightforward. It's just dinosaur.
All right. No.
Not you, baby girl.
Hey, Nova.
Say hi. And say hi, Uncle Rick.
Nope.
This for the Jekyll Island.
Yeah, hold up.
All right. Hey.
All right.
Go to bed.
Okay. There?
Yep. All right, you ready?
Three,
3,
2,
2, 1. Wiki. You want the dinosaurs?
Nova,
You want to help me?
you want to help me out?
No. Say no. Say no, thank you. I don't even know how to get there. Actually, I don't even have a.
No, you don't.
Mm-hmm.
You figured as much.
You figured as much?
Yeah.
All right, bet. Say less.
I'm gonna say more. Found it.
Did you really?
No, almost.
I think I can go to. Let's go to this.
Oh.
You found it already?
Damn near.
Oh, you think so? Click, click, click.
Hold on. I know dinosaurs on this page. I just have to find it.
I'm already halfway there.
All right, go ahead, run it back.
Oh, okay. All right. Extinct dinosaurs. Then extinction. Late Pleistocene something extinction.
Okay.
Extinction. That again apparently. Africa.
Okay.
And then Jekyll Island.
Oh wow. Okay.
Bing bang boom.
Damn, that was.
It might have been record time.
Actually, applaud you for that one.
Clap it up, Nova. All right, cool.
Actually, I was on where was I at? Was this fossil or paleo? Fossil, yeah.
Oh yeah, I passed that a long time ago.
So, how you only clicked 3 things?
I know. I passed that up.
Oh, you passed it.
I saw fossils on there, and I was like, no, that's too generic. Let me go to something that's like extinction.
You I was at paleontology.
Oh, sorry.
So, yeah.
Comprehension, and context.
Carboniferous. You know what that is?
No,
it didn't matter.
It means you only eat carbs.
Oh shit! Is this it, bro? Was this it? No, it's something about the Earth, the chronology of the Earth.
Oh, say that word again.
Chronology.
Okay.
Just like etymology.
And
usage information.
All right. There we go. Expanding our vocabulary here. Yeah.
Heinous crimes.
Hey, y'all. I'm back up. We up.
Might be up a little bit.
Certified boogeyman. I'm the one that up the skull with him.
Up the skull. All right.
Oh, man.
All right. That's been a good wiki game, and it's been good another week. What else would you gotta leave them with?
Yeah. I don't got nothing. Hey, what y'all think about Jekyll Island? Y'all think they really did built that house on top of that island, on top of that altar on purpose? Or do
Was
y'all
it
think they?
Titanic?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Think that did y'all think they staged the Titanic?
Was that sacrificial?
Y'all answer them questions. I don't know.
Did Jack and Rose sit out in that water? Did Jack die for no reason? Did JP Morgan?
Could he have fit on that board?
Did JP Morgan lose the quarter Lemare? Cause the quarter Lemare to be lost? I think that's what it was called.
Okay.
But anyways, I ain't even going.
Y'all tell us, because we don't be never having the answers to nothing. We just be asking questions.
That's a fact.
Y'all do the digging.
Maybe one day we'll come with some answers. But
hey, you know what we like? We just create a bunch of holes for people to go dig themselves. We're like, hey, let's dig this up real quick. Hey, matter of fact, let's go over here and dig this up real quick, and then let everybody else
the ground. Exactly.
Yeah. Hey man, we starting it for y'all. Y'all go ahead and digging up them holes, digging
up them holes.
Oh, yeah, man.
But all right,
but yeah, that's all we got, man. Hey, go like, share, subscribe. Remember, this is the Rick and Jordy podcast. This has been another week of the Rick and Jordy podcast. I'm one half of your host, Jordy,
and I'm the other half of your host, Rick.
We'll catch y'all next week. Peace.